and welcome to Crime Bytes, the show where we talk about some truly bizarre and disturbing crime cases. My name is Liz, and today is True Crime Tuesday. So, the last two episodes we covered accidents, or people attempting to disguise cold-blooded murder as an accident, and criminal negligence came up. How responsible are we for crimes that we don't mean to commit? It's a question that many people don't stop to ponder until it's too late. So today's story is going to cover another instance of an event that was either severe criminal negligence or, again, cold-blooded murder. Now, for some people, when I say the words criminal negligence, alcohol-related crimes may come to your mind. Two of the more common types of these criminal negligence cases involving alcohol are those involving a vehicle or some sort of domestic incident. We're going to look at a domestic incident today. Now, mixing alcohol and relationships can go many different ways, but it seems to get messier the more complicated a relationship is. Let's start by meeting George Torres and Sarah Boone. They became a couple in March of 2016. Unfortunately, their relationship was more than a bit rocky, and they would end up fighting physically, which is never okay. It got so bad that there were at least 4 times that the police had to come and arrest George or George and Sarah together. The time that actual charges were pressed against Sarah, she had strangled him until he was having trouble breathing. Both of them had injuries when the police arrived, and Sarah ended up being charged with aggravated battery by strangulation, where George was charged with aggravated battery in that instance. In 2019, during another domestic dispute, George told Sarah that he was going to kill her. Despite so many of these conflicts, the couple continued to stay together. Unfortunately, this would prove to be fatal for one of them. So, our incident occurs on the night of February 23rd, 2020. It's a Sunday evening, and George and Sarah decide to spend their evening together by splitting a bottle of wine, painting, and doing puzzles. At some point, they decide to mix things up a little by playing some hide and seek. Then the next morning, or afternoon, 911 would receive this phone call.
911, what is the location of your emergency?
4748 France Court, apartment 3.
4748, what's the street name?
France, Frantz.
And the apartment number?
3.
Is this a police or medical?
My boyfriend is dead.
Okay, send the line for the fire department. Do not hang up.
All right, great. Now tell me exactly what happened there.
My boyfriend and I were playing last night, and I put him in his case and we were playing. And like kind of hide and seek kind of thing. So I fell asleep, and I woke up, and he was dead in the suitcase, so I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
Okay, so she zipped him in a suitcase, went to sleep, and woke up, and he was dead. But she doesn't know how or what happened here. The dispatcher remains calm while trying to see if there's any chance that he still might be alive.
Yeah, okay. All right, listen to me. Okay, I just need to confirm this. All right, I understand. I just need to confirm this. Is he awake at all? Is he conscious at all?
No. He's purple.
Is he breathing?
No.
All right. I need you to get him on the floor, flat on his back for me, okay?
I did. I tried giving him CPR.
All right.
I tried giving him CPR.
Yeah, okay.
But nothing happened. He's purple.
Okay, listen to me. There's a defibrillator available. I need you to get it for me, okay?
What is it?
You have an AED available?
No.
All right. Are you right by him now?
I'm sorry?
Are you right by him now?
Yes.
Okay. Lay him flat on his... Okay, ma'am, listen. So listen, is he cold and stiff?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he's not necessarily cold, but he's stiff. And he's
right,
purple.
okay. All right, listen to me. Listen to me. I want you to lay him flat on his back for me on the floor.
I did.
Removing the pillows. Okay.
Yes, I did.
All right. Okay.
He's stiff and purple.
Finally, the operator is able to get her to calm down enough to do some compressions and just listen.
Right. Okay. Listen. Okay, man. That's fine. We're still going to do compressions on him. Okay. All right. Place the heel of your hand on his breastbone, right in the center of the chest, right between the nipples.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Baby, I'm telling you. Just by looking at him, you can tell.
Okay. And
Please. Okay, he just gurgled.
okay. Listen to me. All right. I want you to place the heel of your hand. Okay, right between his chest, right between his breastbones.
Yes.
Put your other hand on top of that hand.
Yes,
We want to pump his chest to me hard and fast.
As the call continues, the operator tries to be as calm as possible as she escalates while attempting to help her continue compressions.
1,
We were playing hide
2,
and seek.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep on pumping for me, ma'am.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Believe me, I'm doing it, okay? We were playing
Okay.
hide and seek.
Okay. All right, I understand. All right, just keep on pumping for me, okay?
Finally, the firefighters arrive and George Torres is pronounced dead at the scene. So what the heck happened? What we know for sure is that George Torres died from suffocation while he was zipped inside of a suitcase. But did Sarah mean to kill him? Or did she just kill him by accident because she was passed out drunk? Let's start by looking at a few of the key things that happened when the police responded to her 911 call, which was made around 1 p.m. the next afternoon when she woke up.
The problem is I fell asleep.
When did you do CPR?
This morning when I found it.
Before you called?
Yes.
It's 1 o'clock right now.
I tried. I was awake, but I actually got out of the bed at like 12:30ish, whatever. So I came downstairs, and I was like, oh, he's in the suitcase still. And that's when I found him, and I took him out, and I tried doing CPR, and then I called him, and then I called you guys.
Did he get here before the fire department got here?
Who?
Your husband? Or
Yes.
your ex-husband?
Yes.
Okay. Where does he live at?
Right down the street.
When this was questioned, she goes from just having woken up to having woken up but forgetting that he was in the suitcase. Her ex-husband is present here because she called him, and this is his take on the whole situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So kind of tell me how you came here today, or...
Well, I had been calling.
Come down here. We got to talk.
I've been calling since.
You've been calling your ex-wife or current wife?
Yes.
Okay.
No. Ex-wife. We've
Okay.
been divorced about a year and a half. About 11:30 is when I started calling to find out, because this is supposed to be her day.
Can you give me 1764, please?
Okay.
She's generally not very good about always doing it. She tends to drink.
They called back and said
Yeah,
she was
bit of
still
a
there,
problem
or she came back.
So I was calling to find out if she was going to be getting him or not today.
From school?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I started calling like 11:30, called every half hour or so, and then
She was back inside the
I
lobby.
finally got a hold of her
I'll come
at
back.
12:49, which is when she told me what was going on and if I'd come over here. So I came over.
She called at 12:45.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or 12:49.
12:49.
Got over here, told her she needed to call 911, get somebody over here, and then basically she said she needed to go outside, have a drink and a cigarette. I walked back out the house because I didn't really want to
Who
be
called?
in there.
Did you call or did she call?
Well, I called. She called me back when I was on my way to make sure I was coming over. But
I need water really bad.
I called her
Give me 1
initially.
second, okay?
But I called her initially.
Do you have water in your car by any chance?
I don't think so.
Nothing?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Okay, so she called, you get over here.
Well, I called her first.
Okay.
Trying to find out if she's going to get Lucas. That's when she told me everything was going on. I got my stuff together, put the puppy up in his crate. When I was starting to drive over here is when she called me to make sure I was coming, and then I got over here right after
Did you
that.
go inside and see, and then?
I walked inside the front. I didn't see the little front tile area.
Come on, step this way.
I saw legs. I just didn't really want to be in there around it, so I told her.
Well, just for the sake of the crime scene, I want to know if I were to find your footprint, it would be because you went this far into the house. So did you actually make entry past the threshold?
I don't think I ever made it to the carpet. I think it was just in that. I've been over here before.
Right. Yeah.
But no, I don't think I stepped past that tile area.
Okay. So
I don't think I touched doorknob. I don't think I touched anything in the kitchen. I don't know if that really matters.
Yeah. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of what you have. Well, sit tight for us. We're going to make a few phone calls, and then we'll go from there. Do you know if he has any medical issues, or?
I don't.
Okay, but you've met him before?
I've met him before, yes.
Okay.
Yes, they've got a whole fun history.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, you guys have been called over here quite a few times.
For the two of them?
Yeah, he's been arrested, I think, 5 times for violence against her, so.
Really? Okay, I'm not familiar with, I haven't been here personally. So they have
he's currently on parole because of it, so.
Because of domestic violence with her?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, from last time. He got, whatever it's called, retrial something or other. He had to go to a domestic violence class.
Okay. I
know he was doing it at a parole officer, stuff like that. But I mean, like, every time she'd have him arrested, the next day she was trying to get him bailed out of jail. So I don't know what it is.
Oh, she's getting water from the tap. Probably going to pass out on us. Okay, well, listen, please do me a tight.
Oh, no.
I'll make a few phone
not a problem.
calls.
I mean,
where's your kid need to be picked up?
Lakemont Elementary.
How soon, though?
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, okay.
Notice how he touches on her drinking and how it affects the schedule with their shared child, the domestic violence issues, and that he had to tell her to call 911 when she woke up and found her boyfriend dead. Anyhow, another interesting thing happens during the initial police response, and out of nowhere, Sarah starts expressing concerns that George's family is going to kill her because they're not going to believe that this was an accident. Just listen.
So, but, like, what do you just tell him? What do you tell his parents? Like, what's the reason?
Passed away.
We tell them what we know at that point.
Yeah.
We tell them the truth.
And that we're going to be waiting for the autopsy results, and I will be at the autopsy in the morning, and hopefully the doctor will be able to give me some of what they think and see.
Yeah. We'll give them their number. They can contact them and get it from them.
But yeah, they're gonna know what we're here, what we're investigating, and that
they're gonna think I killed him.
Why would they think that?
They always have said that. They've always have said that.
What have they
I
said?
told you it's because I'm the blue-eyed white dragon. That's what they call me. Because they don't want him with me. So he's basically just not really been around his family because he chooses me over them. Even after I've encouraged him numerous times to go over there and see his family.
The blue-eyed white dragon.
And then,
But I don't, this was totally, not intentional. That's what I'm scared about too,
We'll have all the answers. We'll have a lot more answers tomorrow after medical examiner looks at it. Like she said, what you're seeing here is common. This is us coming out
Protocol.
to the scene. Yeah, his age, no real medical history that we
I know of.
For him to have passed away, we come out.
I know.
Yeah. We come out and do an investigation. Medical examiner's office will be sending people out. This is what we do. If he was 75 years old and had a history of heart condition, we wouldn't be here.
I just don't know I don't know what it is.
Exactly. And that's what we're here to find out.
Anyways, it's clear through her initial responses to law enforcement that she doesn't seem to understand the gravity of the situation at hand here. They explain their protocol and then they ask her to come in for follow-up questioning the next day. The police bring Sarah in for questioning the next day, and she starts out by being pretty cooperative. I'll play a clip from the beginning where she is describing the nature of the relationship she had with George.
Swab underneath your fingernails.
Go for it.
Okay.
I have no idea, and I don't want to seem out of sorts, but I have no idea. We had a good day.
Mm-hmm.
It was a good day. We've had good days lately,
Mm-hmm.
even considering everything that's going on with our jobs and life in general and ex-wives and everything. It's been good. Like, I don't even know where this is coming from.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
said
even
the
know.
last physical was probably, you said, I think, what, a month ago? Where you got the injury, right? You said that was a
I'll
month
say
ago?
a few weeks, give or take, yeah.
A few weeks. That was the last, like, physical altercation between the two of you? Yeah, you said a month ago he hit you with a curtain rod.
Yeah, with a curtain rod. That's why I can't believe you guys didn't take that either.
Wow.
Like, we've been good. I don't know if, like, it's since the last time he got out of jail. Like, we've been good, and he's been having his classes and seeing his probation officer, who's amazing. So,
What do you mean by good? What's your definition of good?
the probation officer,
No, you said you guys have been good. What's your definition
I've
of
been good. I don't think you all understand. He comes at me all the time. He comes at me. So it's either I flee or try to go upstairs and go to sleep. That's usually what it is. And I don't know if you talked to Brian about any of that, but most of the time when I flee, I go over there. So,
Right, but you're saying that you guys have been good, and when I asked you yesterday, there hasn't, the last incident that you could remember was the curtain rod incident, which you said was a month ago, so.
give or take.
Right, so what do you mean by he comes after you, like?
He gets belligerently drunk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if you all have looked through my phone yet and seen any of the pictures and the videos that I have taken.
Mm-hmm.
And at one point, I started documenting everything.
Okay.
So you all will see in my pictures bloody fingers, split foreheads, he split my nose. I've got this.
Right.
I don't know if Brian told you about it, where I had to have I had one really bad surgery, but then it got really, 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 really bad, where I had to go like 4 or 5 more times afterwards for them to tend to it, from him poking me in the back of the leg.
Right.
She keeps insisting that they were good, while at the same time saying he gets belligerently drunk and comes at her. So certainly not the best environment here, that's saying the least. The male detective straight up asks her why she was still with him, and here is her answer.
Then why are you still with him?
Everybody asks me that. When I tell you guys this, I really love him. Like I do. And I feel like I can help him. Like I feel like I could help him, which I did, because he came a really long way from where he was in Philadelphia to moving back to here and to dealing with everything else that he's been dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
I've really helped him. I've bailed him out of jail, 3 times. I've gone to every single hearing and every single arraignment, everything that I did for him. Gone to see all his public defenders, go to the state. I've gone to the state. I did everything for him because I'm trying to help him, because I had hope in him. And he was trying. He was really trying. And then he starts to think about things, and I think he gets overwhelmed, and then it's like, the next thing I know, he's drinking. So it's like, oh man, I know where this is going to go, so I'm going to go upstairs and read a book, or I'm going to go for a bike ride, or I'm going to do something else. Where I don't want to drink. I don't want to drink. The occasional wine, whatever, or if it's a weekend, that's when you have a good time. You don't have to wake up the next day. I have to wake up the next day and do things. I have to tend to Lucas. I have to take him to school. I have all this stuff to do.
That's actually quite heartbreaking. Notice how alcohol comes up again and how it played a part in their dynamic. The interrogation continues, and at this point, the detectives are ready to show her the evidence that they found from her phone, which they had confiscated from her the day before.
So, to your recollection, no videos on Sunday?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
I mean, I guess I thought maybe it took a picture of them, the two of Tess and
The dogs.
and George and them dancing, but I mean, it's just Tess.
Mm-hmm.
As you can see, she doesn't even know that these videos exist before now.
Okay. So I have something that I want to show you that we found, and it was from your phone.
Mm-hmm.
Can you see it?
If you need to move it around, go ahead.
No, I don't remember that.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me.
Your battery's about to die.
Shut it down.
Oh, okay.
Let me.
The battery doesn't last very long.
Yeah, it used to last a lot longer than that. I don't know what happened.
Okay. Let me just grab something.
All right. No, I was just simply asking because you had a look on your face when she asked you if you've ever done that before. You looked kind of shocked and.
No.
Okay, but why did you say it like that? Like.
I don't think you all understand who I am, where.
Okay. Well, tell me.
I mean, I've always been a straight-A student. I am an outstanding mother to my son.
Okay.
I excel at everything. I would not do that.
You wouldn't lock somebody in a suitcase?
Well, I didn't, completely lock it. I mean, I opened it with one finger. I left enough in there for him to get out.
Okay.
And I wasn't planning on going upstairs and going to sleep.
Okay. No, it was just the way you said it.
You guys are scaring me.
Why?
Well, we just want you to watch this. This came from your phone. Don't you want to know what's on it?
Yes, please. Is it long? Because I don't know how much I can take.
No.
I don't know how much I can take.
I don't know how to find your...
Do I have to watch this? I continuously throw up. I don't sleep. I don't want to see it, if that's okay.
Notice how she doesn't want to see them. She didn't even know they were there, but she doesn't even want to know what's on them. The detective straight up says either you explain it or we take it for what it is. She's upset that it is 2 minutes long.
Well, it's on your phone, and you can either explain it or we take it for what it is.
Yeah. We're just trying to give you the opportunity to tell us what's going on. That's it.
It's that long?
2 minutes.
No.
For everything you've done to me. For everything you've done to me. You.
That's you, your voice.
Stupid. That's my name. Don't wear it out. Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
I don't want to watch it, please.
As it continues to play, she says she doesn't want to watch it. I find this very interesting because I know I would want to see what happened if I didn't remember it was even there. For the bare minimum to know what they had on me, but so much more beyond that. Yikes. Then she tries to backpedal herself out of what she watches.
Last time we talked to you, you had said that you put him in the suitcase, he had 2 fingers hanging out. And you
I
went
flipped
to
him
bed.
over. I flipped him over, and that's where it was.
I mean, there's 2 different videos and a still picture where, yeah, it shows you flipping him in different positions and him saying that he can't breathe and you saying...
This is upside down. So in order for him to have gotten into it,
It was flipped up.
right, it was flipped up normal.
Yes.
Like as if you're packing something. So this is upside down.
Guys, this is killing me right now.
So this image, it's upside down, and then this small video that occurred 11 minutes later, it's flipped over the other way, closer to your dining room table.
Okay.
Now he's obviously still in there. So he didn't, how did it go from the back to the front?
I flipped it.
Okay.
My plan was not to go upstairs and go to sleep,
Well, that's what you did.
Yeah.
but not intentional.
No, you told me you went upstairs because
What?
you were
Stop
getting
here.
ready for bed.
Stopped here.
Okay, but
Where's here?
show me where you can see any fingers coming out, because there's the end.
It's, and his head's right here.
Mm-hmm.
So going like this, rather than going all the way up, it's like this.
But why is he saying I can't breathe, and why is he pushing on it as if he can't get out?
And it doesn't show a hole.
There's no
gap.
hole. There's no fingers. I don't see his fingers. There's no hole.
I don't know what you want me to tell you. Like, I don't know, like, what you want me to tell you.
I'm just showing you. I'm just telling you what we see and what we've heard from the other
I
video.
understand. I understand.
He's begging for you to let him out. You're laughing in the beginning, and then in the end, it sounds kind of like a.
No, it's not malicious.
Well, it's saying you,
It's not malicious.
then what is that?
What does you mean to you?
Well,
Like if I were to tell my
oh, like
partner.
he does. Like, I get called everything but a white woman, so.
Anyways, they had actual videos of George in the suitcase basically pleading for his life. I'm going to play them for you, but before I do, let me advise you they are upsetting, so viewer discretion is advised.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
For everything you've done to me.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
You.
Sarah.
Stupid.
Sarah.
That's my name. Don't wear it up.
Sarah. I can't breathe, babe. Seriously.
Yeah, that's when you do when you choke me.
Sarah. 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 Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
That's on you.
Sarah, I can't breathe.
It's on you.
Sarah.
Real or ransom. I want to get video for it extra. Because I got this.
Sarah.
Real or ransom.
Sarah. Sarah, I can't breathe, babe.
Oh. That's what I feel like when you chewing on me.
Sarah. Breathe, Sarah.
Yeah. You should probably shut up.
Sarah.
After this video, approximately 11 minutes later, a video with the suitcase moved and flipped over is taken.
Sarah.
As you can see, George was still begging for his life at this point. We don't know for sure beyond what she tells him in her drunken rant, but she definitely left him in there and didn't care that he couldn't breathe for that moment anyways, because she says so on the video. But did she mean to ultimately let him out, or did she intend for him to die there? These videos were taken around 11 p.m. that Sunday night, and Sarah's 911 call happened after her ex-husband told her she had to call for help at around 1 p.m. the next day. At the end of the interrogation, she is sitting there unsure of what to say and sort of telling the detective how she is feeling, how she's not going to drink again because she has to live with this. Her take on it is that stupid things happen.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Yeah.
Nonetheless.
Yep.
Punishment in itself.
Yeah. Definitely a tragic situation.
I am through with alcohol. And it's unfortunate that stupid things like this happen.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Nonetheless, I have to live without him now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. His daughters too.
Are you trying to make it worse?
Sorry, what?
Are you trying to make it worse?
Make what worse?
How I feel?
Just making a comment. I mean,
CSI.
Then this happens.
Okay.
Do you promise and swear that everything we talked about today has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge?
For which
True
everything?
and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
What, that it wasn't intentional?
Everything you've
you
said
told
today,
us.
everything that's come out of your mouth has been true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
To the best of my knowledge.
Correct. Yes.
Why?
Because
That's how
anytime
you
we talk
swear.
to somebody, we want to assure that everything that we've talked about is
True and accurate to the best of that person's knowledge.
It's not a trick question.
To the best of my knowledge?
To the best of your knowledge.
Everything that you've told us today is true and accurate to the best of your knowledge.
Yes, but it was not intentional.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right, do me a favor, stand up. I need you to turn around, face the wall, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything in your pockets that I should know about?
No.
Okay.
Why is this happening?
Because George is dead.
Not intentionally.
We understand that.
He's still dead.
Well, we don't
Someone
really
needs to
understand
call
that.
Brian, please.
Okay.
Or can I not make a phone call?
You'll be able to make a phone call when we get you down to the jail.
So
You'll
why
be
is this
afforded-
happening? So this was a trick.
No, it's not
No,
a trick.
not
How's
a
it a
trick.
trick?
So
I brought you in here to ask you to explain a few things to us, and
You were read your rights.
your response to everything was basically, I didn't do it.
intentionally.
I have to go through that.
Doesn't matter. He's still dead. Do me a favor. Have a seat.
Really, guys?
Really.
So if I didn't show up? Why is
You're
this
trying-
happening?
Because
Before you all said I could leave.
when
That I was done after this, after that.
we were done, yes, we were done. Absolutely.
So now, so that's what it is,
We are done.
right? Not intentional.
Okay.
So what am I supposed to do now?
You will,
Someone needs to call Brian.
okay.
Lucas is waiting for Mom to come home. This was not my intention. I thought I was waiting for you all to come and figure out what's what and how many.
That's what we're trying to do.
And I was going to be able to go home and see Lucas. Now he's just not going to have me come home. So there's nothing that I can do.
All right, no.
There's nothing that I can do in order to go home and see Lucas and prepare.
Not right now, no. You'll be afforded a time in court. You'll be afforded an attorney. You'll be afforded a chance to talk to a judge, and all that stuff will be worked out.
But what's the time frame for that, though?
I have no way of being able to tell you. You should make first appearance probably by tomorrow morning, if not tonight, depending how things are busy, how quickly you get down there. I
had a
don't work
sneaky
in there.
suspicion this was going to happen. And I need water, like, really bad, please.
Have a seat.
You all checked me down here.
Absolutely did not.
I just got those.
Okay. They are not allowed in the jail.
She is actually shocked when she is arrested, and I still can't get over that part. She fully expected to just walk out of the station like, whoops, it was an accident, sorry. They have to break it down for her, but it doesn't seem like she's taking it for what it is. Instead of taking any ounce of responsibility for her boyfriend's death, she just keeps telling the cops that they tricked her. Anyhow, I listened to a few people's opinions on this case as I was putting today's episode together, and one person said that he didn't understand how you could be so drunk that you could forget something to do, like say, oh, unzip my boyfriend from the suitcase before going to bed. I may have been a little hard on Sarah during this episode, but I would say it was very likely from reviewing everything that she was blackout drunk. So in this instance, even if she was torturing a little and filming it, and she laid down and passed out forgetting to let him out, it really would have been an accident and criminal negligence. And although terrible and irresponsible, she may not have meant to kill him. I don't want to get too much into my personal life, but I am one of those people who cannot drink because I drink too much, blackout, and it honestly is by the grace of God that I'm talking about a case like this and not the subject of a case like this. But it is my personal opinion that some people just can't drink. Or if they do, things like this happen. I do question the one bottle of wine, but who knows? It could have been some really good wine. Then there's the fact that he also did have some blunt force trauma to his head as well. And the videos where she's saying, for everything you've done to me, those are some pretty compelling pieces of evidence that point to the question of if there may have been a little bit more than some negligence at play here. There's room for the argument that she hit him over the head, stuffed him in the suitcase, and then left him there to die. He was a small enough man to fit in that suitcase. Unfortunately, the only person who was there when it happened and is still alive today is Sarah, and it doesn't seem like you can believe much of what she has to say, so although she was so confident that she was just gonna go home after all this without any charges because it was an accident, I really just don't know. I mean, she could be acting that way still, like, what do you mean I'm being charged? It was an accident. I don't know. It just seems too sincere for it to be an act. I just can't. She's currently on her 8th public defender and has not been happy with any of them yet. Just from watching videos of her, I don't know about you, but I get the impression she's not the easiest person to deal with. She just doesn't seem like the best listener, doesn't take some social cues, insists on talking about why she's right. Anyway, because of so many petitions for a change of attorney, some from Sarah, some from the attorneys, mostly for irreconcilable differences, the trial keeps getting pushed back. The next check-in will be this May, so we'll see what happens. This is what she has to say about the situation in her own words. Please review so everyone has a clearer, better understanding of my continued concerns, hindrances, questions, and frustrations with the justice system, and the solid absolute remissness of my case and the due process I am and have been waiting very patiently and maintaining what I can since no one else has or will, it seems, and I feel at this point, 6 attorneys later, at that point, 39 months, 3.5 years, which I will make, and not by choice, I need to make all aware of my immense struggle with the extreme mismanagement of my case to date. Okay. It just seems like a person in her position might want to take a more humble approach, maybe. She is planning on using the battered spouse approach to her case, which, yes, no one should be hit in a relationship, and it seems from the evidence at hand that she was abused in this relationship, but that she also did some of the abusing as well, and unfortunately, she is the one who made it out alive, and George did die at her hands, whether she meant for him to or not. Hopefully, some sort of justice will be done for George, because although he didn't seem like the nicest guy from all the facts about the relationship that I reviewed, he certainly didn't deserve to die alone, stuffed in a suitcase, begging for his girlfriend to let him breathe. Anyhow, that's going to do it, but as always, let's try and end today on a more positive note. We're going to hop back over to Australia for this one, and we're going to highlight an organization called Escabags. Escabags was founded by a survivor of domestic violence who shares this from her personal story. The perpetrator of my abuse was abusive physically, sexually, financially, and psychologically, and covertly packaged this as love. This person was and is a manipulative and twisted predator. He saw the injured child in me very early on and used it to his advantage. He collected a log of my biggest insecurities and fears in his mind, only to use them against me or manipulate me in the most twisted of ways. In fact, the only time I ever stopped fearing him was when I didn't value my own life or existence anymore, because I didn't see a way out. This was bigger than me, bigger than I could handle emotionally. So when she was finally able to leave, what she found was a whole new set of struggles. She was able to deal with what was diagnosed as complex post-traumatic stress disorder, or CPTSD. One way that she was able to cope with this was by buying a sewing machine and learning how to sew. Out of this, she remembered how much not just having access to basic toiletries was at first when she had to flee, and how much her friends taking her to the store to help her take care of it meant to her. Feeling everyone's eyes on her, though, as she went into the store almost right after an attack was a feeling that she felt strongly that other women shouldn't have to feel. Then she thought, what if free escape bags were available to women who needed to leave? Escabags was launched on February 20th, 2020, and since then has exploded across Australia. Each bag is packed with love and with the necessities that a person might need when leaving such a situation. To learn more about this amazing organization or to donate, visit escabags.org. All right, that's going to do it. Guys, what did you think about today's case? What do you think Sarah's final verdict should be? Let me know, because I'm still torn myself. I could go either way with this one, but what I do hope is that some sort of justice is ultimately done for George. I hope you stay safe out there, stay sober if you need to, or cut back and have a few if you can do so responsibly. But whatever you do, don't be like sloppy Sarah. Bye!